Escaping the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, C Chronicles here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I post mostly Middle Eastern fragrances on this particular channel, guys. And if that style of content is something that you like, please do consider joining us by subscribing. And now if you're returning, thank you so much for the continued support. I have a second channel where I am posting Western fragrances as well as vlogs on that particular channel. The name of that channel is C Chronicles Unscripted, and you're going to find that channel in the description box of this page, which is at the top of this page just after my picture or below my picture. Welcome to today's video, guys. Today is a response video. I thought I had to set the record straight, especially because of one particular comment that I received on the video that I posted a day or two ago, because I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video. The comment, I tried to pull the comment because what happened initially is when I saw that comment, I just removed it, okay? But I had read it, and then I tried to search it in my studio to see if I can retrieve comments from removed comments. I couldn't, but what I got as the first two recently removed comments from the users was one from M. Shakur and another one from Mickey 260. So I don't know between the two whose comment that's gonna be, but one of those two people, okay? But I am drawn more to this Mickey 260 because I think I remember them having a blue profile picture, right? So I came and I was talking about same DNA, different bottles, right? And I spoke about Latafa and I spoke about Astaf. And this person's comment was, all this bashing of Latafa just for you to get free perfumes, ha ha ha, something like that. So the initial thing was just to remove it because I try not to be petty, right? And I didn't feel they deserved my time. But then after I removed that comment, I thought, maybe they spoke for many. I am one person who loves to be balanced in terms of how I look at issues. I agree to disagree. I accept somebody's reasoning without necessarily trying to draw them to mine. But why this particular comment had me press play on this video and respond to it is it's an assumption. It's not even a comment. It's an assumption that, she's on a Latafa bash because she wants freebies. Newsflash. Latafa, the company itself, reached out to me on the 22nd of January. I only saw that message on the 1st or 2nd of February this year, right? Because I am active on Instagram, but sometimes I don't check my messages. And I got a very nice message from Latafa, the company itself, saying, hi, we noticed that you do talk about our products. We love how you have been covering our products extensively. We would want to know if there are any Latafas that you cannot get your hands on that we would love to support your channel by making sure they are available to you for review. So that was from Latafa. That was on the 22nd, guys. And I got that message around the 1st of February because I, like I said, do not attend to my messages as prompt as I should. Now, let's go back to how that video, this particular video that I'm answering a comment off of, was posted the day before yesterday. And then I posted the Hayam video some 3-4 days ago, and then I had spoken about my disappointment on Kanja smelling a lot like Masa. This was after I'd spoken to Latafa, you know. So all I'm trying to say, guys, is if it was about me wanting freebies from Latafa, wouldn't I have not posted such videos? Disclaimer, guys, my channel is not sponsored. I opened this channel about 3 years ago. Every fragrance that I've ever brought here is off my own pocket, right? Except for the parcel I received from Paris Corner, which was a huge parcel when they reached out to me and they said, we've got a couple of fragrances. You can choose from our catalog. Any fragrance you want, we'll send it to you for review. And I told them, okay, fine, but that is not going to make me biased in any way. And they sent me those fragrances. Some of the freebies I've gotten are off companies. Say, for instance, I purchase a fragrance, they realize it's C Chronicles, and then they drop 1 or 2 fragrances there as freebies. Oh, guys, as well as the PayPal haul that I did of fragrances that I purchased with money that you guys sent to me. Otherwise, all the other fragrances that you've seen for the past 2-3 years on my channel have been bought by me off pocket. I do not have a shop. I am not being sponsored. I do not have a thank you button, and I was only monetized last year. So it is a passion of mine. Now, 70% of my content is Latafa based. You know why? Latafa was my induction into the dupe world. When I bumped up across some of their products on Facebook, I spoke about this in another video some time ago. Came across some of the fragrances on Facebook, bought them off some guy, sprayed them, and I thought these are really nice. That was my first encounter with Latafa, right? And it just got me wanting to know more and more about this company, because this was a company that was making very affordable fragrances that had a massive lasting power. So I started my channel in 2019, somewhere there about 2020, and I was talking about other fragrances, and then I ended up zooming up on Latafa. Why? Because Latafa's distribution is worldwide. I can say up to today, I've never seen a comment of somebody saying they cannot find a Latafa, right? If it is along them lines, it's because the Latafa fragrance hasn't reached them. Now, in as much as I would love to give equal coverage to some of all these other companies, like Fragrance World and stuff like that, I often get comments, where do we find these fragrances? Because my demographics or my analytics, point out to the fact that my audience is actually worldwide. So why Latafa, besides me loving their fragrances, is a company that I talk about the most, is because of accessibility. I do not find any joy in investing time and talking about something that nobody can find. You get my point? Go back to my Fragrance World video that I posted some 2 days ago when I was talking about Pink Fame, right? 3/4 of the comments on that video are, where do we find this fragrance? You see, so Latafa is always going to be a fragrance company I'm going to talk about. But let us make something clear here. It's not all going to be, I like this, I like this, I like this, because I'm an independent reviewer. I'm here to tell it like it is. If I don't like a fragrance, it doesn't mean you're not going to like a fragrance. If I think this fragrance is a repeat, I'm going to say it like it is, right? Now, if you are looking at it as a personal attack, I think it's because you haven't been following my channel from the onset. Over 2 years ago, I posted a same DNA different bottles video. After that, I posted a video that said these fragrances smell the same. And then I posted another one that said Middle Eastern fragrances that smell the same. I posted another one that said fragrance twins. I posted another one that said Latafas that smell the same. And very recently, I posted that same DNA different bottles. Why then is the one I posted 3 days ago different? Different enough for me to use it psychologically as a way to lure Latafa to give me fragrances, a company that has already reached out to me. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense, okay? I'm not petty, guys, but some of these people will have you psyched up, thinking, what the hell? I have over, if I'm not mistaken, 700 videos, where I have freely, without sponsorship, without anything, spoken about Latafa fragrances the most. If I love something, I love something. I have taken the bullet. Some people come in here and saying, no, this is awful. And some people even assuming I was sponsored, until when I came with an Ajua, fragrance, I decided to put a title there that said, Latafa, we need to talk. And it was then in that particular video that I made it clear that I'm not and have never been sponsored by Latafa. And a lot of people were like, oh, wait a minute. We actually thought you work for them or something like that. I wasn't saying that to get Latafa psyched up to try and sponsor me or anything like that. I was just saying to Latafa, maybe as a thing that you need to look into in the future is possibly gifting some of these fragrances to the influencers. Do you get my point? That is where I was coming from, not because I personally was trying to get Latafa to sponsor me. If I wanted that, why haven't I emailed them? I don't even know Latafa's email, guys. I do not know Latafa's email. When I came here with the first Latafa Pride collection is because we have a distributor of a Latafa in my country. And I saw the Latafa Pride and I spoke to them because it was my first time looking at these nice, beautiful bottles, the very first Latafa Pride. And I spoke to them and they said, okay, fine. If you want to talk about them, we'll give you the whole lot and you talk about them. That's how much I am invested and interested in the Latafa products, because they they don't disappoint, if you will, save for this particular time when I have come and said, wait, I have had this massive excitement because of the niche collection, and I kept on telling you guys, I can't wait to get my hands on the niche collection. I can't wait to get my hands on the niche collection, because maybe silly or me, I thought this collection was going to contain something exclusive to Latafa or whatever, right? The fact that it's containing repeats is not that big of a deal. I even talked about YSL doing the same thing, Lancome doing the same thing, and all that, right? Look at, for instance, Black Opium. The bottle for Black Opium, I think, has been presented in all sorts of colors, right? Same shape, something opium, something opium, something. If you're gonna smell remnants of the same of the very first opium in all of them, at least you know you're buying fragrance that's borrowing off the original opium. So why this particular time, maybe it ruffled you, whatever the name is, maybe why it ruffled you is you thought, oh, why is she saying it now? I have always said it, guys. I've always said it. When I feel a fragrance smells similar to one that they've given us, I've said it. I've come here with Sheikh Al Shayuk Luxe Edition. I've compared it with Oud Mood. Why wasn't that a problem? Because I believe I don't have to, agree with everything. In fact, it's part of being an intellectual. It's not about agreeing with everything. And disagreeing doesn't mean I have a personal, vendetta against Latafa. So that is the thing that I wanted to make clear, guys, that we can agree to disagree. You come here with constructive criticism, I take it. I actually got very, very useful comments from that video. Somebody telling me that from a business standpoint, it makes sense. Somebody saying that maybe they have done, their research and realize that people are bottle driven. So what they're simply doing is they're playing around with bottles, rebottling the same thing, because most people will just go by the bottle. For instance, the Musaman one, ooh, I like that snake. And then they'll buy that. And then it turns out that, no, it's another Baccarat. Maybe that's their strategy. That is emotional intelligence. That is reasoning before you respond. That is processing what somebody has said and then countering that with what you think is going on or your opinion, whether negative or positive. But simply assuming that, you're slagging Latafa because you want freebies, that's an insult. This is the reason why I had to do this video, guys. We don't always have to agree on everything, but I still stand by the fact that I love Latafa. I'm not here to influence people to stop purchasing fragrances for them. I've been an advocate for them for years without them even knowing me, guys. So why would I make a U-turn today? If I have purchased each and every fragrance off pocket, especially the Latafa ones, why would I then just make a turnaround? Facts are what we're talking about here. If you're an intellectual, you deal with facts, right? Not assumptions. The facts are Latafa have released their Latafa Pride collection, right? And they have released a couple of new fragrances. And it so happens that coincidentally, some of the fragrances are smelling the same with the other fragrances they've given us before. I'm going to give you a wild card of an example here. iPhone, for example, has released iPhone 15. A lot of people have said they don't see the logic in why iPhone had to release the iPhone 15, because the differences in the features there at the camera, and they are saying the camera quality actually is not something that people were expecting, especially now in 2024, where people want their photos to come out polished or whatever. They're saying the camera quality is doing a little too much there, where if you have a little pimple, it kind of zooms on that and actually makes sure it amplifies that. That is something that people are finding wrong with the iPhone 15. So for somebody to say, I'll stick to my 14 because I don't see why I should fork out a little extra for the 15 just because there has been an improvement on the camera or maybe on the space or whatever, that is their opinion, and any cell phone reviewer will say that. So saying it like it is, guys, shouldn't be taken as you trying to communicate in some type of way and whatever. That is why, guys, that particular comment took me aback there, thinking, well, I have to come here and set the record straight that, wait, I'm still trying to process the rationale behind this, especially with the fragrances coming at the same time. For instance, Masa and Kanja, they smell the same. I came and I said they smell the same. But I also came in a separate video saying, after wearing this one does the most. I couldn't get this thing off my clothes. I couldn't get this thing off myself. This is strong. So there is a reason why maybe this particular Masa rebottled is in this niche Emirati bottle. You see, so that is what you call reasoning, not using, assumptions and then displaying them there, and then you just drop a comment and what is that supposed to imply? So yeah, guys, I just thought I should come here and clear that. If anything, I will still continue to talk about Latafa. I love Latafas. They will continue being 60%, of my content because they are available worldwide. Am I going to be, yo-yoing and tiptoeing around them? No. If I feel something is nice, I'm going to talk about it. And lastly, guys, it's not only just Latafa that I will come here and say, I feel some type of way about something. I came with a recollective collection from Fragrance World, that which looks, or that is packaged in the Guerlain bottles. I told you the ones I like. I told you the ones I do not like. I told you they are vanilla so sweet. It has nothing to do with Spiritue's Double Vanille. Does it mean it's a personal attack? Does it mean I wanted them to send me fragrances backdoor so that I can speak good of them? It doesn't smell like Spiritue's Double Vanille to my nose, and I had to say it like it is. Same thing with Paris Corner. They gave us a fragrance. I think it was Mas Vanille or something like that. That fragrance is gone in 30 seconds. I said it like it is. So don't look at it as it's a personal attack or I'm trying, to find favor or whatever. Go back to my channel. You will notice I've been talking about Latafa. It is what it is. This is an independent channel. I say things like they are. I try not to filter, what I don't feel needs filtering. I'm still going to purchase the whole of this collection, by the way. So before you jump into the conclusions, I'm still going to purchase whether repeats or not, because I did say that I want the whole collection. I love this particular collection, but I have to clue you up whether it's repeats or, it's something that's new, whether it's tweaked or whether it's like a twist on. I have to come and say it like it is. So please, if I am right that it's that Mickey, you can come back with your comment because you're not blocked. I just simply removed that comment because I just found it offensive. That no, for you to think that way, you are completely off. The fact that I didn't come here to announce that Latafa had reached out to me is because they hadn't sent me anything yet. So it was too premature for me to come and say, oh, hey guys, Latafa has reached out to me. It was premature for me to say that, but the company reached out. It's not going to change. It's not going to change anything about my nose or how I smell certain things, right? And I stand to be educated where I'm wrong. I am one person who's very, very open-minded when it comes to different point of views. I respect everybody's opinion. What I do not like is assumptions, because when you assume, you are using a mental shortcut that you have screened my brain and you know what I'm onto. Stop assuming. Ask. If that is something that you wanted to ask, you should have just simply asked, see, are you pissed off because Latafa has never sent you anything? I would have replied you without a problem. But for you to say, all this bashing of Latafa because you want them to send you fragrances, that to me is pretty childish. Sorry guys if this video took longer than I thought it would. I wanted to make it a 5-minute thing, but sometimes you need to break down some of these things for some people to understand. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back with a fragrance video as usual because it's business as usual. And please like and comment on this page. Let me know what you think about that particular comment. I think I quoted verbatim there. Do turn on post notifications on both my channels. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one meanwhile. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.